It's an honor to be with you. You know, this is about the only section of the county that I really don't have. I mean, you know, Knox County touches 7 counties, and my district touches 6 of them. So it is, it's an honor to be here with you tonight and to join with you and talk a little bit about the good things. I mean, you know, when you look at the national level and you hear all this back and forth and the hate-filled song, you know, that people and the negatives and all this kind of stuff and that they can't get anything done up in Washington, which is about the truth, other than our president is getting a lot done. But in Tennessee, we are getting things done. It's a positive state, and you know, we had a slogan in our caucus conference room in the Lieutenant Governor's office that says it matters who governs. And you know, it helps that we do have the supermajority. You know, in the Senate we have 33 people, and you know, there's 99 in the House. I always say I did the work of 3 people, but and does serve as mom of the Knox County delegation. I said that I tried. You know, I can't make them behave, but I can be their conscience when they misbehave type thing. But we have 28 Republicans and 5 Democrats in the Senate. And when I was born, and I don't mind telling my age, in 1955 there were only 5 Republicans. So it took this long to swing to where we are now. And but things are going well. I mean, since Governor Haslam went into office in 11, you know, good things have been happening, and it was a combination of the governor's office and the legislature, a conservative Republican legislature that has been making things happen. You know, I tell you, there's really 3 things that's where we really are working, and it's just kind of trucking along, and basically it's jobs, economy, and education. I mean, those areas are just, you know, we're pretty much in tops in the country, are making great strides. And I'm horrible with statistics. I'm the kind of person that just gets things done. But, so I like to bring some of these accolades to us. But, you know, in jobs, one little statistic that really was interesting, since 2006, we've been keeping up with weekly business applications in Tennessee. So the census started keeping up with that. In 1 week in July, just, you know, in the middle of all this pandemic, we had more business filings that 1 week in July than there has been since we've been keeping statistics since 2006. That's mind-blowing. I mean, you know, that we're already recovering the way we are recovering. There was a Harvard study that said we are the fastest recovering state in the country. And there was also another study that said we were one of the top 10 states that were best suited to be able to withstand this economic downturn. And that was because of the things that have been invested with us. You know, fiscal stability, we've traditionally been number 1 or in the top group there. Small business growth, number 1. Top 3 in best business climate. Number 2 in the South in workforce development. Economic growth for the past 10 years, we're the 7th best in the whole country. I mean, for the economic growth. Just even with the downturn in 2020, we had already brought in 10,000 new jobs, and that was just through kind of the middle of the year. Our unemployment rate at its peak was at 15%, and it's coming down faster than any other state. So that's working good. AAA bond rating, you know, which is almost impossible to get. Very few states have it. Lowest debt per capita. You know, best funded pension plan. We have one of the best pension plans in the country. I go to some of these meetings, and I'm with a couple of legislators, often from Kentucky, and they go, they wish they were Tennessee. You know, that was their goal. Instead of grow up and do this, they just would like to be like Tennessee. So, you know, we're one of only 5 states with no road debt. We pay as we go, and we traditionally, I know there's potholes. I know I chair transportation. Everybody calls about every pothole, but we traditionally have some of the top, we traditionally are the top five best roads in the country. And, you know, and with no debt. And, you know, the most tax-friendly state in the country. Education, we've been investing more in education. There, since Governor Haslam took, it was like over $11 billion, which was the largest investment in K through 12 education with no tax increase. Our national scores have been going up. You know, we were kind of at the bottom, and we're just continually, you know, a couple of years we were the fastest growing state thanks to people like Terry that served on our school board.
I didn't do it.
Well, I mean, you contributed your part. You know, our ACT scores keep going up, our graduation rates keep going up. We've had, our graduation rate from high school has gone up from 53% to 62%. And we have had, the Tennessee Promise though really was a game changer. Just think about this. You have families that had, you know, that nobody in their family had ever gone to college. They didn't have the means to go to college or post-secondary. Well, we passed the Tennessee Promise, and so now every child that enters school in Tennessee can, you know, in kindergarten knows that if they stay the course and graduate from high school, they can go free to 2 years of college to post-secondary, you know, and now the University of Tennessee's come out, if they have family income under $50,000, they can go the rest of their 4 years free. So I mean, those are game changers. I look back and I was only one of 4 senators that helped sponsor the Tennessee Promise. So it's just amazing. There have been, since the Tennessee Promise went into effect, not counting this year, there's 88,000 people have accessed the Tennessee Promise, have accessed that higher education. And, you know, that's just amazing. So, literally, wonderful things are happening here. You know, we do have challenges, but you know, when you look around the country and you see what's going on in Minnesota and Washington and everything else, you know, we will not put up with that in Tennessee. I mean, I know, you know, there was some of the hype about the protest bill. Well, it wasn't just about camping. I mean, you know, and it was about destruction and rioting. And now if they destruct, I mean, if they cause physical harm or bodily harm to a police officer, first responder, there's increased penalties. I had one of the senators from Colorado came and visited with me, and he said every first floor window of the Colorado Capitol was busted out, and they had paint all over it. And I said, we're just not putting up with that in Tennessee. I mean, we wanted to send a strong message that, okay, you know, we'll protect your right to peacefully protest, but this destruction and things like that are just not, that's not the way we run in Tennessee. So, you know, this has been, like I say, an incredible year. You know, as Roger says, I'm ready for 2021, but we have gotten through it. I mean, it's been challenging. Data has changed daily. You know, you never know from one day to the next if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, and usually half of the people are telling you you're doing it, you know, that you're not doing it fast enough, and the other people are telling you you're doing it way too fast, just like the debate on masks. I mean, it's amazing the emails I get. I don't get any emails in the middle. You know, it's you know, it's all or nothing.